Imagine you bought 400 capsules during the Stockholm 2021 sale, 25 cents each, $100 total. At the peak, those Stockholm Challengers capsules hit $15.09 each. That $100 investment worth over $6,000. Now imagine you did the same thing with Paris 2023, $100, 400 capsules. Today those are worth $48. You lost money. Same strategy, two completely different outcomes. Why? That is what today is about. Welcome back. In part 1, we covered Copenhagen through Budapest and found that variant design drives the entire sticker economy. Today we are picking up from where part 1 left off, covering RMR 2020 through Paris 2023. 5 majors, over 69 million sticker applications tracked through CSFloat. Some of these numbers are going to change how you think about capsule investing. Quick reminder, CSFloat tracks weapons that have passed through their database, so real numbers are likely higher. I am Rickless. Let us get into it. Before we look at the data, you need to understand something that changed everything. For RMR and Stockholm, the variant tiers were paper, holo, foil, gold. Holos were the crowd favorite, affordable, visually stunning, the premium tier everyone actually used. Foils were technically rarer but less desirable. Starting with Antwerp 2022, Valve restructured everything. Glitter replaced holos as the accessible premium tier. Holos moved up to a rarer, more expensive position just below gold. This matters because you cannot compare a 20% holo rate from RMR with a 4% holo rate from Antwerp. They are completely different tiers in different systems. The ESL 1 Rio Major was cancelled due to COVID. No tournament, no crowd, no champion. But Valve still released sticker capsules for the 24 teams that had qualified through regional major rankings. Just 3 capsules, no autographs. 26.4 million weapons have at least one RMR sticker applied. That is the second highest of any major we have tracked, behind only Paris. The daily application rate sits at roughly 14,200. For context, Copenhagen from part 1 runs at 5,500 per day. RMR was nearly triple that rate, and the reason is simple. Supply was enormous and stickers were dirt cheap. The capsules were massively overinvested. RMR Legends alone moved 29.6 million units on Steam. Add challengers and contenders and you get 50.5 million capsules traded total. Currency fluctuations in countries like Turkey and Brazil made them incredibly cheap to buy in bulk. Variant breakdown. Papers at 75.5%. Holos at 20%. Remember, holos were the accessible premium tier back then. A 20% premium adoption rate is strong. It tells us stickers were cheap enough that players were willing to upgrade. Foils at 3.7%, golds at 0.8%. Today, RMR capsules sit between 27 and 34 cents. They peaked around $1.10. From the 25-cent sale price, that is a peak ROI of about 340% and a current ROI of roughly 10 to 30%. Not bad for a $100 experiment, but nothing spectacular either. The oversupply kept a lid on prices. After 2 years without a major, PGL Stockholm 2021 brought everything back, the first real major since Berlin 2019. The hype was enormous. And there is something else about Stockholm that often gets overlooked. It was the first major since Katowice 2014 to bring back borderless sticker designs. That is a 7-year gap. Katowice 2014 borderless stickers are the most expensive stickers in the game, and Stockholm revived that same design philosophy. Total applications at 5.9 million with a daily rate of about 3,200. A massive drop from RMR. But there is a reason. RMR capsules were still dirt cheap and flooding the market. Stockholm had to compete with existing cheap inventory. Stockholm also had autograph capsules, adding another layer to the economy compared to RMR, which had none. The variant split is fascinating. Holos hit 25.6%, the highest accessible premium adoption of any major in our entire dataset. Players were hungry for premium stickers after 2 years, foils at 3.8%, golds at 1.1%, but the real story is the capsules themselves. Stockholm sticker capsules traded only 13 million units total, roughly a quarter of RMR's volume. That lower supply changed everything. Stockholm Legends currently sits at $2.06. Challengers at $4.54, contenders at $3.12. The Challengers capsule peaked at $15.09. From a 25-cent sale, that is a 5,936% return. Even today, the Challengers ROI from sale is over 1,700%. Stockholm is the blueprint. Low supply, high demand, strong design, a landmark event. That combination produced the best capsule investment in modern Counter-Strike history. 6 months later, PGL Antwerp 2022. This major rewrote the rules of the sticker economy by introducing an entirely new variant, Glitter, 9 million applications, daily rate of 5,700, nearly double Stockholm. Glitter immediately hit 21% of all applications, taking over the accessible premium role from Holos. Holos moved up the Rarity ladder, becoming the new premium tier between Glitter and Gold. And this is where it gets interesting. Look at the actual holo numbers. Stockholm had 1,314,000 holos applied when holos were the accessible tier. Once Antwerp restructured the system, holo applications dropped to 356,000. Paris had 805,000, Copenhagen 177,000, Shanghai just 59,000. That is a massive drop in applied supply. And here is the thing, from Stockholm through to Shanghai, nearly every major used borderless sticker designs, with Rio 2022 being the only exception. The community loves borderless stickers because they sit flush on weapons, making them easier to craft with. But it also meant that across 5 borderless majors, stickers looked very similar to each other. That design consistency made it harder for any single major to stand out and command premium prices on its own, so you have this combination. Holos are now rare tier with far fewer applied, and the borderless era means these majors all share a similar aesthetic. If holo demand ever spikes from crafting trends or collector interest, the post-Antwerp holos could appreciate significantly simply because so few exist on weapons compared to the Stockholm and RMR era. Total all-time trading volume hit 42.5 million across all capsule types. Just the sticker capsules alone moved 30 million units. That is more than double Stockholm, but still well below RMR. Capsule prices reflect a healthy middle ground. Legends at 67 cents, challengers at 41 cents, contenders at 76 cents. Current ROI from the 25-cent sale sits between 64 and 205%. The Legends capsule peaked at $2.42 for an 866% peak ROI. The efficiency metric tells us something important. Antwerp had 0.3 applications per capsule traded. Compare that to RMR at 0.52 and Stockholm at 0.45. More capsules were being traded relative to how many stickers were actually being used. The speculation to usage ratio was climbing. 5 months after Antwerp. IEM Rio 2022, the first major ever held in Brazil, one of the most passionate fan bases in esports. Everything pointed to a massive sticker economy. It did not happen. Rio was also the one major that broke the borderless trend. These stickers had borders which set them apart visually, but not in a good way. 3.6 million applications, daily rate of 2,600, a 54% crash from Antwerp. Rio has been out for over 1,000 days, so this is not a maturity issue. The stickers just underperformed. The community was loud about it. Player signatures were white on light backgrounds, making them nearly invisible on guns. The holographic variants had a green tint that washed out designs. When stickers look bad on weapons, players do not use them. It is that straightforward. Glitter still held at 22%, so the premium tier was fine. The problem was total volume. Players opened fewer capsules and applied fewer stickers overall because the base product was not appealing enough. Rio capsules today sit between 27 and 32 cents. Below Antwerp, above Paris. Trading volume was the lowest of any non-recent major at 11.3 million sticker capsules. Current ROI from sale is between 8 and 29%. Peak ROI was decent at 400 to 600% range, showing that even poor designs can recover if given enough time and scarcity. And then came Paris, Blast Paris 2023, the last CSGO major. The sticker designs were borderless and clean, the tournament was iconic, application numbers were massive, and it became the biggest cautionary tale in capsule investing. 17.1 million applications, daily rate of 15,400, nearly triple Copenhagen and rivaling RMR levels. Glitter adoption hit 24%. Gold applications reached almost 200,000, the highest of any major. Everything about the application data screams success. So why are capsule prices below the sale price? One number explains it: 103.5 million sticker capsules traded. Paris contenders alone moved 52 million units. That is more than every RMR capsule combined. This was not just overinvestment. This was flooding. The efficiency metric collapsed. Paris sits at 0.165 applications per capsule traded. For every capsule someone opened and used, 5 more were just traded back and forth as investments. Compare that to Stockholm at 0.45, where nearly half of all traded capsules contributed to actual sticker usage. Paris capsule prices today: Legends at 16 cents, Challengers at 12 cents, Contenders at 12 cents, all below the 25-cent sale price. Current ROI is -36 to -51%. The sell wall is staggering. Paris Contenders has 351,000 listings on Steam right now. Legends has 155,000. To put that in perspective, Stockholm Challengers, the most profitable capsule in our dataset, has 873 listings. Paris is proof that demand without scarcity means nothing for prices. The stickers are loved. Players use them constantly. But there are so many capsules in existence that prices may never recover above sale price. Now we can see all 9 majors across both parts. Here is what the data tells us. The capsules that made money had low trading volume relative to their applications. Stockholm is the best example. 13 million capsules traded, 5.9 million applications, current prices 10 to 18 times above sale. Shanghai from part 1 follows the same pattern, 2.3 million capsules traded, 1.9 million applications, and prices are currently above sale. And scarcity shows up at the individual sticker level too. According to CSFloat, there are 7,429 weapons with at least one Katowice 2014 Titan holo applied. That sticker is worth thousands. Now look at the newer holos. FlyQuest holo from Shanghai, currently around $50, has only 747 weapons with one applied. KOI holo from Copenhagen, which has a similar aesthetic to the Titan holo, sits at just over $20 with 5,474 applications. Far fewer weapons, far younger stickers. Draw your own conclusions. The capsules that lost money were drowned in supply. Paris at 103 million traded, RMR at 50 million. Budapest is heading in the same direction with 169,000 contenders listings already building up, but it is still too early to tell. The accessible premium tier has been remarkably consistent. Whether it was holos at 20 to 26% in the early days, glitter at 21 to 26% from Antwerp through Shanghai, or even foil and embroidered at 17 to 19% more recently, players consistently spend on that tier. The sticker economy is not dying. Players are still applying stickers at massive rates. What changes is how many capsules are available to absorb all that demand. And design still matters more than anything. Rio proved that a poorly designed sticker can cut daily applications by 54% even when the tournament itself is in one of the most passionate markets in the world. Paris proved that great design can push applications to 15,000 per day. The data from all 9 majors points to the same conclusion we reached in part 1. Major stickers are not dying, they are evolving. The question is not whether players will keep applying stickers, they will. The question is whether Valve and the community can manage supply well enough that the capsules themselves retain value. Stockholm showed what happens when they get it right. Paris showed what happens when they do not. Now here is something worth watching. After years of borderless designs from Stockholm through Shanghai, Austin and Budapest both went back to bordered stickers. If IEM Cologne 2026 follows the same pattern, it could signal that Valve is returning to unique bordered designs for each major the way they used to. And if that happens, the borderless era stickers become a closed chapter. Borderless capsules with lower supply and fewer applications, think Shanghai holos at 59,000 or Copenhagen holos at 177,000, could appreciate simply because no new borderless major stickers are entering the market. Bordered stickers have their fans too. Some players prefer the cleaner classic look, but the crafting community has always favored borderless for maximum visibility on weapons. Keep an eye on Cologne. That wraps up our 2-part deep dive into every major capsule from RMR 2020 through Budapest 2025. 9 majors, over 69 million tracked sticker applications, and hopefully a clearer picture of what drives this market. If you found this useful, subscribe for more data-driven content. I am Rick Les. See you in the next one.